Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Pam Van Dyke. This is my husband, Troy. We have been with INcruises for 3.5 years, I think since week 2 when the company started. Troy called me. I was at work one day and he said, hey, I found this most amazing thing on Facebook. Literally the next morning, I got the pleasure of talking with Mr. Michael Hutchinson on the phone. Probably being a little bit brutal, just asking really, really tough questions I needed to know. I had spent the night before kind of looking on the internet, searching him out, and found that he was this amazing guy. And a couple weeks later, we got to meet him and have dinner with him and his family in Houston, and just feel really blessed that he is here with us tonight. And we've been on this journey with him for so long, and we just appreciate all of you being here tonight, taking time out of your Tuesday night. So again, thank you all for being here. We appreciate it, and just sit back and relax because you're going to learn how to cruise for less, cruise for free, and get paid to cruise.
Who are we? We are an invitation-only travel membership club focused on the cruise industry. And guys, we are a member of CLIA, and CLIA means the Cruise Lines International Association. That means that we're legit, okay? We're real. And we're licensed and bonded in all required states. We're booking cruises globally with, as you can see on the left-hand side there, all of the major cruise lines. And right now we have partner members in over 170 countries. And our leadership team has over 100 years worth of experience. Yes, so I get the privilege to introduce Michael Hutchinson. We finally call him Hutch. And so, guys, you can see on the screen who he is. One of the points I will point out is he was vice president of worldwide sales for Tony Robbins. If you've ever heard of Tony Robbins, the life coach, Hutch was his man for many, many years. And he's hosted a show on Dun & Bradstreet, Credibility Live. He's a speaker around the country, around the world. He speaks to tens of thousands of INcruisers and people, and a best-selling author. And on top of that, he's my personal friend. And what a blessing it has been to spend 3.5 years with him. And I just get the distinct pleasure of welcoming him. Thank you, Hutch, for being here. We appreciate you. And with that, I'm going to let you take it away here.
Well, my pleasure. And thank you. Thank you for your trust. Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your support. I get excited just seeing all the caliber of leaders on this call. So thank you to you, Troy and Pam. I love you guys. Thank you, Bobby. Thank you, David. Thank you, Rick. And I could go on and on thanking everybody. Yeah. And I mean, we're very fortunate in the sense that we have one product, one SKU. It's very simple. We don't manufacture, we don't ship, we don't inventory, and every dollar that you put in, creates value. And so given the value that we provide, on top of the very generous compensation plan that we have something very, very, very special here. And I think that's why we're on this amazing trajectory that we're on. And all green lights, so all green lights moving forward. I've got a black hat on tonight because here in San Juan, Puerto Rico, there's tremendous protests going on. And the governor has got himself in hot water. And so I just like to just say a couple words about this. I'm not going to get political with you, but I will say that I think in this day and age that there's a crying need for leadership, and the leaders on this call are the type of people that you can look up to, that they have your back. And when they tell you something, they tell you that transparently and that you can believe in them. And so for this, I put my trust and faith behind the leadership on this team. And so I thank you again for your being here. I think people are tired of leaders that say one thing and do another. I think people are tired of businesses that say one thing and do another. I think people are tired of companies that purport to be in it for the long term and they have a short-term focus. And I can tell you that I'm certainly not perfect, but I can tell you everything that I've done the last 4 years has been to promote the longevity, the sustainability, and the profitability of our business. And I just hope and pray that you give us a chance to let us prove that to you. Let us back up the vision that I've had since day one to make a measurable difference in the quality of people's lives, to improve the quality of people's lives, that you give us a chance to back up the results of the mission that we're on to make cruise vacations affordable. Now, look, let me, again, just stay on my pulpit just for a second, but I'm fired up because, again, I literally just walked through history. I live about 2 blocks from a fort that dates back 400 years that defended the island, where it was invaded by the Spaniards, the English, the Dutch. And again, there's a mini revolution, if you will, going on right here in my backyard in Puerto Rico. But I'm also on a quest. I'm on a personal revolution. Do you realize in the United States alone, and Mr. Ricketts could probably help us with all these statistics and figures, but we all get 2 weeks vacation in the U.S. Do you know how many days the average American takes out of those 14 days? The average American takes 10 days. 10 out of those 14 days. And guess what? The average American is $38,000 in debt. $38,000 in debt. So I wanted to do something about that. I wanted to make amazing vacations affordable. I wanted to make it profitable for people. And guess what? When they take that 10-day vacation, how much percent of the time are they still working while they're on vacation? They spend upwards of 70% of the time while they're supposed to be on vacation, resting and relaxing. They're actually doing work. And so this got me fired up. And so that's why I started this business. And last thing I'll just say that, do you realize that only 64% of Americans, only 64% of Americans, 64% of Americans have never been abroad. They've never traveled outside the U.S. shores. And so I think we as Americans have to do a better job. We as Americans have to be the diplomats. We have to be the examples for the world. And again, that's why I started this business, to allow good people like Troy and Pam, like Bobby on this call, like David Husson, like Mr. Rick Ricketts, to bring those good people together and allow us like-minded to make a difference and to make the world a better place by the way we show up in it. And so, again, I say thank you. Thank you for the gift of your trust and confidence. And just go in this with an open mind. What we have may or may not be for you. I don't know. I don't know this. I'd like to believe that what we have appeals to everybody over the age of 18. I have strong reason to believe people want a vacation. They want to see the world. They want to get out and explore. But I don't know if what we have is for you. But I'll just say a couple things just to wrap it up. And that is that what we have is working all over the world. 100% of our customers, 100% of our customers have saved money on a cruise vacation. And you may or may not make the type of money that Troy and Pam are going to make with us, that Rick Ricketts is going to make with us, that David Husson is going to make with us, that Bobby and Peggy Ramito are going to make with us. But I can promise you the following. You're not going to spend a lot of money. You see, we don't manufacture, we don't ship, we don't inventory any products. And so every dollar of value that you put into your membership, every dollar that you put into membership creates value that helps you to reduce the price or to pay for it in full. And so my prayer, my hope, my wish is that you're with us for the next several years. And I can promise you that if you're with us for the next several years, you won't have spent a lot of money. And I hope that you get out and travel and make the world smaller and take your families with you. Take those that you love and care about the most with you. And with that, Troy and Pam, thank you. Thank you again for your trust. Thank you for your loyalty. I would just say to you guys, it's only getting better. The United States is within the top 5 of all the markets that we have in the world. Our website is translated into 13 different languages. We're actually in 178 countries, and we're doing good things. And the reason that I'm so confident in the message that I delivered tonight is I know that we're adding value. I know that we're solving a problem. I know that we're making vacations affordable and we're making them profitable and that we're built to last. And again, like those here in Puerto Rico that are upset with their leadership because their leadership made a promise and they didn't follow through, I'm here to let you know that I'm here for the long term. This business is built to last. And again, I thank you for the opportunity to share who we are and what we have. And with that, I say thank you and look forward to getting to meet you guys and look forward to shaking your hands and seeing you guys soon.
Awesome.
Thank you, Hutch. We love you, man.
Okay. Thanks for having me.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Hutch, thank you
Thank you,
so much,
Hutch.
Hutch.
My pleasure. God bless everybody. Have a good night. Thank you for having me on. Appreciate it.
All right. Mr. Bobby Ramito.
Beautiful. So, my name is Bobby Ramito, and I'm a founding partner with INcruises, and I'm coming to you today from my place in Beverly Hills, California. I say today because Troy kids me. He thinks my home is somewhere in Terminal 6 at the LAX because I'm all over the place. One thing I'd like to share is I've known Hutch for 30 years now, since our days together with Tony Robbins, and one hand, it shocks me that I can say it's been that long. It's been 30 years. But the one thing that I can share with you about the man you just heard speak is probably the only thing that's more impressive than his resume is his heart and the care that he has for people. And that's what attracted me to him 30 years ago. When he called me 3.5 years ago and told me what he was doing, I told him I have so many things on my plate, but I want to be a part of whatever you're doing. And I'm so grateful that I did. So let's talk a little bit about company vision. And you can hear Hutch is speaking. He is a man of vision. And as he mentioned, we're here to help you live a good life. We're here to enrich the lives of everybody that you contact about this. And we are bigger than just a cruise membership club. Our mission, Hutch has talked about this, is to make travel affordable and profitable for millions of people globally. We encourage profitable business ownership, and for us that means time freedom, financial freedom, and vacation and location freedom. When you think about the idea that we're in 178 countries, and you'll see later, for under $300, you could create a worldwide business if you want to, and have the freedom to travel and have the time and money to enjoy it. It's a beautiful thing. And thirdly, we reward business owners for helping others see the world. That's a beautiful mission. For me, as Hutch mentioned, travel makes the world a smaller place. You get connected to other people, other cultures, and you see that we're not so different. Let me move on. So the question I have is, where would you want to cruise? Like, what's on your bucket list? And I have a couple of pictures up here. Greece and Italy. 2.5 years ago, I had the privilege of being on a ship with Hutch and with Troy and with Pam and with David and with Sandy, and landed in Venice and took a 7-day trip to the Greek Isles, to Albania, to Croatia. Got to see all my Game of Thrones friends in Croatia, which was kind of cool. And what cruise ship would you like to go on? The picture that you see there is a ship that I promised myself I'm going to go on in the next 12 months. It's the Celebrity Edge, a new ship that Celebrity has launched. It's in the Caribbean now, and it's phenomenal. That's a suite that you're looking at there, and I can't wait to get on that. So the reason I asked that question is it all starts with a thought. It all starts with an idea. It all starts with a dream. And at INcruises, our mission is to really help you live those dreams, whether it be just from a standpoint of traveling the world and experiencing things in your life that you may never have experienced before with your family had it not been for us, or whether it's building a business, whatever it may be. Our mission, our goal is to help you achieve that. So why do we focus on cruises exclusively? Hutch likes to say there's riches and niches, right? And that's what we focus on. Cruising is it's really the fastest growing segment of the travel industry. And there's lots of reasons why. So let's take a look. First of all, comfort. You drop off your luggage, and that luxury mega resort that you have goes with you all over the world. And I was able to unpack my luggage one time and get off the ship every morning in a different port, in a different city, and come back to my ship and see my room immaculate, and then go have dinner and see a show, have a drink, and hang out with my friends, and go back to my room and go to sleep and wake up the next morning in a nice in drawers, hung up. The suitcases were smushed down underneath my bed. Comfort is huge. When you can do that on a trip and not have to schlep things around, believe me, it was priceless for me. Next piece, all your meals are included. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks. I like to be able to get off the ship every day and walk, because if I didn't, I would have probably put on some weight. But believe it or not, I didn't gain weight on that trip to the Mediterranean. The food was incredible, but I got to get out and exercise. But it's all included. Entertainment. Everything from live singers in lounges on the ship, and believe me, there's more than one. Broadway shows, we saw Jersey Boys on the last ship we were on. Incredible entertainment. Like I said, lounges, bars, entertainment there, all included. Comedy clubs. I saw some of the best comedy acts I've seen in a long time on the ship that we were all on together in the Caribbean. So you get it all. You can see more of the world in less time. This was really important for me because it gave me a taste and a flavor of different countries in a compressed time frame. Now I know there are places I want to go back and hang out. So now when I schedule another that interested me the first time around, and I'll fly in 4 or 5 days early. It gives me a flavor of all the other places that I want to go and visit and spend some time either on the front end of a trip or on the back end of a trip. And literally there are thousands of cruises visiting exciting destinations all over the world. We said 5,500 cruises that you could select from, literally. Everywhere from Southeast Asia to the Mediterranean, the Caribbean, South America, Australia, Alaska. That's on the bucket list for, I think Troy? Next summer. So, and cruising is 30 to 50% cheaper than any comparable land or resort vacations already. So it's an amazing value. So what's cool is we make something that's already incredible even better. And how do we do that? So let's talk about this. Let's talk about our unique membership offer. I can't make this complicated because it's not. It's just very simple. Our members pay $100 a month to join our membership club. We credit 200 cruise dollars into your account for each $100 contribution you make. So $100 gets you 200 cruise dollars. And cruise dollars are used to book any of our global cruises, over 5,500 options to choose from. And I'll share this because I was reflecting on it this morning, actually. The first month the company launched, I became a partner member, and my wife was my 5th partner member for a reason, strategically, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But after our first month, we made no more payments. And since that time, INcruises has deposited 16,000 cruise dollars into our account. 16,000. Those are real dollars. And we've used 11,000 of them approximately on 4 amazing cruises. So it's real, it works. 1 gets you 2, 100 gets you 200. It's pretty simple. That's why our membership works. It's just a product that makes sense. So let's talk about that. We talked about the global cruises that you can use as a member, that you can travel on as a member. What that means is we automatically use all available cruise dollars to reduce the cost in full or partially of any cruise you book with us. Available cruise dollars for our members are based on how long you've been an INcruises member. So let me just explain that quickly. 60% of your cruise dollars are available during your first 12 months. So what that means is if you've been a member for 10 months, you paid in $1,000. You have cruise dollars in your account of $2,000. What's available in your first 12 months is 60%. So $1,200 are available to use to book a cruise.
Hey, Bill.
I just looked on our back office today, and I looked at the Royal Caribbean Oasis of the Seas. Mega ship, incredible. 7 days in the Caribbean for less than $600 per person. So you could book that cruise in anytime during that first year, not anytime, when you've accumulated the 2,000 in month 10, you could book that cruise and not come out of pocket at all. And you still have cruise dollars in your bank. The 800 of those 2,000 are still there. You're going to be able to use those in year 2 or year 3 or year 4, whenever you want to book that next cruise. So the way it works is in month 13, it bumps up to 70% of your cruise dollars available. In month 25, 80%. In month 37, 90%. And in month 49, you can always use 100% of your cruise dollars. So that's the value for our participants. Let's take a look again. So what could possibly be better than traveling and seeing the world at unbeatable prices that we just talked about? How about if you could do it for free, or even earn money as you travel by sharing this membership? So let's talk about that. There are really 3 reasons to become an INcruises partner. 1, to get your membership for free. How that works is we waive your $100 membership fee, and you'll still earn 200 cruise dollars that you can use to cruise the world for free with our Strive for 5 membership program. And this is what I mentioned that my wife and I did right away when we got enrolled in the program. As soon as you share this, if you become a partner member, you're able to share this membership with people. When you enroll 5, either members or partner members, or combination of the 2, we waive your $100 a month fee. You still receive the 200 cruise dollars. Make sense? So the next beautiful piece of that is if you're membership free for 3 months, all that stuff I talked about, 60%, 70%, 80%, forget it. It doesn't matter, because we'll let you use 100% of your cruise dollars on any one cruise that you want each year, regardless of how long you've been a member. That's why the Strive for 5 program is so beautiful. 1, the fee goes away. 2, you can use 100% of your cruise dollars on any one cruise during that year. Make sense? Okay. And then the third reason to become an INcruises partner is to really build your own independent business and make a dependable income marketing a fun product that most people dream about, right? Traveling in 5-star luxury, being able to see the world. And I say dependable income because people just stay in this business. When people become members, we have a retention rate in our company that's unheard of. Over 85% of the people that get involved stay involved. Why would you leave? And I always tell people, my challenge to them is when I share this with somebody, if they could show me how it would make sense for me not to do this, I would quit, donate my cruise dollars to whoever they wanted, and my commission income to whoever they wanted. Just convince me how it doesn't make sense for me. Needless to say, I haven't done that because nobody's been able to convince me that it doesn't make sense. So let's continue. So how do we get paid as partner members? There's really 5 distinct programs we have, and I'm not going to get into detail on this. Talk to the person that invited you, but it's phenomenal. First of all, we have upfront money, instant pay bonuses, weekly matching bonuses, which can be huge. When somebody explains that to you, you'll see. And then cruise dollar bonuses, so you can cruise more quickly. The second piece is what excites me, and the third piece really excites me. It's residual compensation and leadership money, monthly leadership bonuses and worldwide market bonuses. Let's take a look at how we get paid. So just to give you a quick example on the instant pay bonus and how it works, how it gets paid, for each new partner member that you personally enroll, that means they pay $295, the $195 partner fee and their first month's membership fee. You earn an instant pay bonus. And it's accumulative. So on the first partner member, you get paid $50 in a calendar month. On the second, you get paid $60, $70, $80, and $90 respectively on the 5th. So if you enroll 5 in a month, you will have been paid $350 in instant pay bonus. Plus, if you did that in your first month, you become membership fee free, which is a beautiful thing. If you would enroll 10, it keeps going up by $10 until you hit that 10th partner member where you're paid $150. And if you did 10 in a calendar month, you would have earned $960. And in a calendar month, any over 10 that you would enroll, you get paid another $150 instant pay bonus. Now, that's all beautiful. That's nice. That's not what really excites me about this, because I've got a long-term vision and I want to build something long-term. And Hutch has built this program to be here 30, 50 years from now. So let's take a look at that piece. And that's when we talk about leadership levels and monthly incomes through residual and through bonus. Okay? So when you start, it's just you. And goal one is become membership fee free, right? Which means I'm going to go personally bring in 5 people into the business. My membership fee goes away. I've made some bonuses. And then my goal is to support my people and to do the same thing I did. That's all. And when I have 30 people on my team, which would be my 5, who I help get 5, I reach a leadership level called marketing director. You can see in the first line here. That means I have 30 members on my team. I'm getting a minimum residual at that point of $150 a month. And I get a bonus of $300. Now that bonus isn't one time. That's month after month. I'm receiving the marketing director bonus. So that's a total of $450 between residual and bonus monthly. That's pretty attractive. Now, because this isn't real complicated and people love it, they're going to tell people about it. And the people that you tell are going to tell, and the people that they tell about it are going to tell about it, and you'll start to see growth. Another thing about the real estate world, folks, is people talk about leverage and money leverage. This is leverage with time. So you might only spend 5 hours a week in your business, but if it's spent doing the right thing, and we show you how to do that, it's productive. And when you have 100 people on your team spending 5 hours a week, that's time leverage. That's 500 hours being spent in your business for your benefit, because we're built on a network marketing platform. That's the beauty of that kind of distribution model. So you're getting compensated on 500 hours of energy instead of just your 5. And that's how these numbers go from you as being 1 to 30 to 100 to 500 to 1,000. You might say, Bob, is that really possible? Yeah. If you look at that bottom level, in a very short period of time, where you see board of directors with 5,500 people, we have over 8 people in this company now earning significant money, 6 figures a month. But I have to tell you something. There's something magical and there's something incredible that happens for people when they hit that first level. When they hit membership fee free, magic happens. When they hit marketing director, and there's an extra $450 dropping into their account, what that did for me was, one, I was able to take a trip that I wasn't going to plan and wasn't going to go on, but I had to. I didn't have to, but it was there. Why wouldn't I? I got those cruise dollars for free. So I planned the trip. The next piece was I had this little card, debit card from Payoneer that all my commission dollars went into. And when my wife got off the ship in Italy and wanted to buy that Italian leather bag and looked at me and asked me, guess what I said? Get whatever you want. Get 2. I was a hero, folks. And $450 a month or $500 a month will make a significant difference in people's lives today. And if they share it and are excited, the numbers that fall below that speak for themselves. So there's 3 ways to join INcruises. First, become a member. Our membership offer is unmatched, it's unparalleled, and it's unbeatable. You can join as a member for $100 a month. That's it. You can quit anytime. There's no contracts. 2, you can become a partner. You can join as a partner, which is a one-time activation fee of $195. Or 3, the most popular, is become a partner member. Pay $295 and then $100 a month. That puts you in business. Where out of the gate, you can start to build an international business if you want to, and we'll show you how to do that. So without me saying any more, it says take action. And I think what I'd like to do is just turn this over right now and introduce you to somebody. What I'd like to do right now is introduce you to a man that I am so pleased to call a teammate, a partner. He's been in this industry and been successful in it for many years. Not that he's, I'll say this, Rick inspires me. He's lit a fire under me because of how he shows up every day and just shares with people. And he's there to make a difference in people's lives, and has done that for years and years now. And without any further, I'd like to introduce you all to Mr. Rick Ricketts. Rick, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Bobby. Good evening, everybody. This is Rick Ricketts from Clearwater, Florida. And I want to thank all of you for being on the call tonight. Hutch, what a great job. I think everything in life is about leadership. And I think to have somebody like Hutch in charge is a blessing for all of us. You know, I was listening to the lady talk about airfare. I was in the travel business for 15 years, and there is no money in commissions and travel except in one area, and that's in the cruise industry. And boy, what a smart person Hutch was to pick the area where we can make money at, which is the cruise industry. I want to say to you tonight, if you're looking at this for the first time, don't beat this thing to death for $295. This is not a bone marrow transplant or give me a kidney. This is $295 that could change your life financially forever. Now, I got a guy on the call tonight from Connecticut, and I said, Joe, get on this call tonight, because if you want to go on a cruise with me and Brenda, you ought to be at least a member in this company. Folks, what me and my wife talk about every day since I joined INcruises was the fact that you can't hurt nobody here, because you can put somebody in this business, and if they just want to be a member and put in 100, my mother, I think about her every day. When I was growing up, she would get a Christmas club every year at the mill where she worked in South Carolina, and she'd put $15 in the Christmas club. So she'd have money to buy us Christmas presents at Christmas. The only thing different here is this company's adding 100 every time you put in 100. This is not rocket science. I think it's the most amazing concept that I've ever seen. And folks, we're not going to fill up your house with a bunch of stuff you don't need. I got a call today from another guy trying to put me in a CBD oil company. Listen, just what I want is a networker to cure my health problems. I'd much rather send my dad to MD Anderson than to have some network marketer sell me some kind of pill that's going to fix everything. So here we got a perfect business, folks. All you've got to do is do two things. Go out and share this business with somebody and let them make a business decision. So what you saw tonight is unbelievable. I live in the cruise capital of the world. I'm excited about it. You know, somebody asked me, where's the negative? I said, the only negative I saw, and Hutch explained it tonight, is Hutch will only let you give him $100 unless you're smart and you put your wife in the business, and you can give him 200. So that's what I want to do. See, I'm membership free, and my wife is membership free. We're going to go on a cruise at the end of this year, Bob. We're going to go on a cruise at the end of this year, and I guarantee you it won't cost me one penny. And all I'm going to say to you, Ken Chick, is just get on board. This thing is fun. I want to say two things. I built 2 different companies with 80,000 people in it. And I look at the numbers down at the bottom of that screen, which said that 5,500 is the top leadership position and is paying somebody $110,000 a month. Let me tell you something, folks. Just think, if I really go to work here, and I'm going to go to work here, and build a team of 80,000 people here, Troy, you're going to name one of your grandkids after me. Just wait and see. That's what it's all about, folks. It's about sharing an opportunity. I appreciate all of you being here tonight. Go out and do somebody a favor tomorrow and show them how they can cruise for free. God bless you. Have a great evening.